Okay, everyone, we seem to have some real strange, bizarre behavior going on with YouTube. So, what I'm going to show you is not difficult. You just have to slow yourself down. But let me tell you, if you embed a video and you don't follow these steps, it literally messes up the whole course and it has to be completely rebuilt. So let's say I have a new video and I want to add it into my class. Well, first I'm going to build my item, whatever it is, video, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, if I just want to add the link, I go to YouTube, whatever movie I want to pick, something very educational, and I click the share button. The share button gives me the URL. The easiest way to do this is simply to copy that URL and then go back to Blackboard, paste that in. Now I need to make it hot, remember? Otherwise it's just text and the students have to copy it and paste it. For it to go directly to that link, to that video, I need to highlight it, scroll my mouse over, and then this is the global link chain. Remember the globe with the little chains on it? You're building a hot link. I click on that. I simply paste it in again. I always put it in twice so that if someone is using, let's say someone has a visual issue and they're using audio read software, it will read the URL to them so they understand what's there. And I always recommend open link in new window. Okay, click submit. Don't forget, scroll down and click submit. Okay, it's been added. Boom, there's my hot link. Now let's say I want to embed this, because the truth is best practices is to embed it so that if someone has a firewall or they're using an older version of Internet Explorer and 64 security issues pop up, you work around that. So if I were to add this as an embed, what I do is I put my text, blah, 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 and then wherever I'm going to paste that code in, I just put 3 X's as a placeholder. So I know where I'm going, because when I embed this, I'm embedding code, not text. What do I mean by that? That'll make sense in a minute. First, let's go back to YouTube. Now this is where it gets important. So again, when I clicked share, it gave me the URL. But I want to embed this. So I click embed. Okay, this is super important. Please, please, please pay attention. This is not the code you want to copy and paste. When they made an update to YouTube, they changed the background coding. If you copy and paste this into Blackboard, it will crash your shell. There's a real easy way to know if you've got the wrong code. Okay, I'm going to show you. I won't go all the way through so it doesn't crash my course. If I copy this and I go back to my class, remember I said we're pasting in code. See these little brackets here? That is the symbol for code. So I would toggle HTML source, okay? I have to go into HTML, and wherever my 3 little X's were, I would highlight, I would paste in my code. Now, watch what's going to happen. I'm not going to save it, but when I click back into view mode, notice I have that black box. That is the black box of death. I am not kidding. If I click save, this is going to crash my entire course. The whole course has to be rebuilt. So if you get that black box, you've got the wrong code, go back in and delete it immediately. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, just put my little X's back there. Switch back to double check. Okay, there's nothing here, so I can save this. I've done no harm. Everything is fine. So if that's the wrong code, how do I get the right code? It's very easy. Go back to YouTube, and again, let's remember how we got there in the first place. We clicked share, then we clicked embed. Now, that's the bad code. Look down here, use old embed code. Click that. Notice I've got tons more code here. This is what I need. Object width 560, height 349. Those tell me that this is the right code. It doesn't start with the fancy schmancy iframe, blah, blah, blah. Object with. I've got use old embed code clicked. It's given me the old embed code. So I'm going to copy this. Okay. And then I go back to my course. I click modify. And where those X's are, I switch back into HTML source. And where those 3 X's are, I paste in this old embed code. Now, again, last step to double, triple, quadruple check that I haven't just ruined my course, I switch back into view mode, and look, there's nothing here. That means I'm okay. The black box of death is not here. That means this is going to be fine. So I save it, I submit, click OK, and now look, there's my video. I've just embedded it. We have to use the old embed code. One more time for the folks at home. So when I go to my video, I click share. If I only want to use the hot link, I can lift it right here. If I want to embed it, I click embed, and I make sure that what's showing me is the old embed code. Copy it, go back to Blackboard, I'll even create a new one, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, XXX, where I'm going to put it. Switch into, toggle into HTML code. Where those X's are, I paste in my code, flip back into view, no black box of death, I'm doing pretty darn good here, click submit, okay, and there it is. There's my video. Okay? If you have any questions, please contact Carla, please contact me, please call Chris Traeger at Parks and Recreation. But if you got the black box of death, do not save it. Cancel it out, okay? There you go.